pina monate last ono ke pena po re ba jalo mo mesotsong ya masoma mabedi le supa pele ga re tsena ko reng ya botlhado se le ke Motheo FM 88.5 MHz jalo wa bothetsa ka go solofeditse re go solofeditse ka kwano gore tla tla le moeng wa rona ka kwano ke auslusi ke o mongwe wa batho ya kana motho ka fela jalo wa batho se tlhabelo sa diritibatsi fela ka lesego ene o ile a khona gore a tswe mo tsone jalo re batla to rotloetsa ba bang re tlo utlwa fela jalo ka gaene ka kwano setse ana le rona kwano mo dikantorong tsa kgaso auslusi re go dumedisa le gona wa mogala kwano mo Motheo FM.
Dumelang le kae le se di Love Light ba mamedi ba Motheo FM
a o tlotse sentle
ke hantle
no ka dumedisa ba retsi ba Motheo FM.
Dumelang ba mamedi ba Motheo FM ba le lusi gatebe monana ke le dumedisa
jano ha re bua ka auslusi re bua ka lusi ke mang o tlhagang go kae?
Lucy also from a small town in the Free State, Biswang Heilbron, Peritona, but now I'm currently based in Monamo Bloemfontein.
Yeah.
Because organization in Biswang Lucy's halfway home for substance use disorder.
O mongwe wa batho ba ikileng ba iphitlhela ba dirisa diritibatsi a ko fe moreetsi ko lapeng go tlile jang gore o itlhele o dirisa diritibatsi me ke mhuta mongwe diritibatsi no di dirisa?
I was raised by my grandmother in the small town of the state Heilbron. Ke tlo bontsha the behavior change after my grandmother passed away when I was 12. Ka sentse ke qala ho wa isolated to school o se ke ba depressed. That's when I started attending counseling and therapy. Ke qadile ho sebedisa ho bana le bothata ba substances actually with alcohol, you know, from the ages of 17. From 17 I found myself being an alcoholic, you know. At the ages of 25 you know, I was already diagnosed with mental illnesses. I had depression and anxiety. So for the longest time, Nixa understand why I was the way that I am, you know. I could never be fulfilled by anything, you know. So I was on chronic medication, and for the longest time, because like Nixa, I understand the mental health thing, and I did not understand the reason why I was on so many pills just to be normal or to cope. So I started abusing medication, prescription medication, the sleeping pills and alcohol. Then it went on to weed, and then from weed to and then from kete I reached rock bottom crystal meth, which led me to homelessness.
Jano motho ba ka botsa gore ile ya ama botshelo jwa gago ka tsela entseng jang khanya go dirisa diritibatsi?
It really affected me haholo because I lost everything due to drug addiction. As I was saying, I was employed at the time. I was working as a safety officer. I was not coping at all, you know. I was in and out of psychiatric hospitals, you know. I could not cope to a point that I lost everything. I started selling everything from work until a point that I had to resign and go back home. And I fell deeper into depression because of having lost my job, having lost everything. Quickly after coming back home, I met another addict. I met a boyfriend, an addict also. So it also separated me from my kids. I'm a mother of 2. So for the longest time, I was not present in my kids' life because of these mental illness challenges and addiction. So you lose everything, you know. I lost trust from family members, you know. I lost myself, most importantly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was very hard to hide it, you know, because like drugs, you know. Yeah, bana ba tseba bona di signs. Counting back from alcohol, I think it was plus minus for my 8 years. But I was on crystal meth for 2 years. And in the 2 years, that's when I found myself homeless.
Jana a gore tlotlele go tlile jang o iphitlhele o tswile mo go tsone go diragetseng gore bo tlotso mo go tsone?
You know, my family tried everything hore ke be right, you know, from that very young age. Since I qala ho bontsha di behavior problems at school, from counseling to rehabs, you know, I would constantly bana ba nkisa rehab. And then immediately feel on the day ke tswa rehab, I would come back home and I would relapse because that the root cause, the root problem, it was still there, you know. And I feel like rehab, it was just a safe space away from drugs there. Back into reality, I was faced with the thing like I could not forgive myself, I did not love myself. So in case I gave a little escape by myself, you know. So I used drugs as a way of escaping my feelings and my thoughts. Yeah.
All right, re tla tlo gatela pele ka puisano rona e re repote ka fa fela re rekise e ka bonako.
We twee Roslus. No. We twee. No, stories are inspiring, and I think se ka thusa batho ba bangata man. Nna batho ba sa boneng gore ba kena mona up until they lose everything that they have or yo ka ntse ke sa fihla mona. So I don't know if o tlamele o bele o bone gore you lost everything or you're losing everything just before you khutlisa, or can you actually stop? Lanzo lo hona mo wa bo.
Question e tla telang ke
Freelance wa fela mo. O tla check fela if lo gona le tsa sa di botsang tse dinga ke go already we've covered. Yeah,
organization.
Get your Celsius starter pack today and dial *108# to join forever. T's apply. Celsius, change your world.
Bon, ke nako yane hape ya selemo Mzansi. Le hlabuleng lena ba ka diaparo tsa hao tse bodileng le mazaza. Letsetsa scheme sa hao le lo haswa ke moya.
Mara ke tla bola after interview na. Ke o botse batho.
A bentse le hoeletsa give me some of that short left. Nati fela ke dibaka tse kgabileng ka botle kapa ke yoga at the beach. Le hae ka ba ke eng e tsamaelana le wena. Re na le wena. Etela shortleft.co.
Ndo tsa mo le one no.
After all, it's your country. Enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
#TravelWise Mzansi. Ona le milawana le dipehelo.
Ona le kgwebo o batla go godisa kgwebo ya gago o ka papatsa le Motheo FM ka go letsetsa 051 430 4088
Interstate Bus Line ya go tlisetsa letsatsi la thabo. Letla e tla be le ka di 19 tsa March 2023. Nako e tla be le ka ura ya 10 go fihla ka ura ya 4. Lefelo e tla be le Botshabelo Arena. Morero wa letsatsi leo
Kana go se fihle questioning ya go di tloetse jwang ne?
Go diragala mo ditseleng tsa rona le go rapelela bakgweetsi.
Oh, just now.
Ba dibese le dipalangwa tsotlhe gore ba kgone go nna kelotlhoko le tirisano mmogo. Youth Ablaze, IPL Choir le Tebogo Moruti ba tla bo ba direla ka mmino. Mme motsamaisi wa tiro e tla bo e le Pastor Sam More go tswa Motheo FM. Tiro e
Oh ya mahodimo
FM ka tshwaraganelo le Mosupatsela FM.
Alright, jwale botho ke metsotso e kana fela jalo sobere borobedi pele ga re tsena ko reng ya botlhano ntse re dutse fela jalo le Auslo sika kwano re bua ka di retibatsa kitse go na le moretsi ka kwano re metse voice note tutelo mfokeng ke nana go na le potso kana go na le tshwaelo fo a re utlwe fa
ka jarateng ka next door ngwana o ntse o sua ha e jarateng a thuba re diphi no yana ke mahaha ha ena di festera ha ena next ona le mamati a mararo no yana two ha e sebedisa o sebedisa one yena e snang le mati gore go mo ferefere ka mo o a le se di ka mo ba tsubela ka mo o go wa tshabeya ka mo ene la se tso go riepe ba ditshomitsa diatla di tlo mo tsubisa ba mo tsena ba tla tsuba ka nako ngwa ba re ha batle ba mo forsa ena ba tsubela pela bona mota ke ka lebo
ke lebogile go menagane ka kwano Auslusi ane sa ntsane re tlotla ka gore na go tle jang o tsepo motho mo ka botsa gore na go bonolo go tswa mo diritibatsing
I wouldn't say it's easy, you know, because ke traile hangata ho tloella, you know. I really feel hore motho has to reach rock bottom. How we etsa for wena o kgathetse ke bophelo bo. You know, I had tried everything. Na hore ke be hantle from bunyaneng, you know. My family had tried everything from degree, but I was taken there. So elare ha ne se ke lositse everything. Se ke le constantly suicidal every single day. Because now, like, I reached a point where I could not escape reality anymore. That's how much of a tolerance I had gained from Hutuba. Nese sanketse nixi. So nese kitubela ho shwa actually. So I had nothing to lose. So now personally, I started seeking God. And before this, from a very young age, I joined Satanism. So I was very angry with God most of my life. You know, I wanted nothing to do with that. So for now personally to be today talking about how God saved my life, you know, I really believe that Dimu had to make me go through this in order for na ke tla ke testify about what he did for my life. Be ke tseba hore ke bua ka eng.
Jaanong e tla le leng kganye ya hore ke batla go tswa fa. Ha o setse di tubile kana ha o setse lo soba. Ke le ka bona o bua le mongwe wa basetsana a bua le ene a re batla go tswa fo. Jaanong ke batla go utlwa hore na kakanyo e tla le leng ha o setse lo soba kana ha ile hore o di tubile ke gone go tla go batla go tswa mo di ritibatsi.
You know, that thought is always at the back of your mind, you know, because all addicts ba understand ba tseba le hore the effects of the drugs on their minds, on their body, and ba bona hore ba ho kae ka baka di drugs, you know. Because now I like crystal meth, I was 28, so I knew the difference between right and wrong, you know, and all my life I was taught hore drugs are bad, say no to drugs, you know. But I really did not understand hore what is drugs, mutu ithola jwang I fumane ka hara di drugs, you know. Yeah, so that thought whether you sober or withdrawing or high is always at the back of your mind when you're just trying to cope. How to ba.
Yeah, jaanong a go re tlotele ka organization e leng gore o e butsi e le gore na o rotloeditswe ke eng gore o tlo e bula.
Okay, so shortly after recovering, I think I was 3 months sober. Ka ke tla bula this organization called Lucy's Halfway Home, because even when I recovered, I was still staying with addicts. Ne ke dula hostel 1, so I was surrounded by addicts, you know. And in that time, I felt like I was just so surrounded by this darkness, and I felt I was just this light. And having experienced addiction and having been around addicts for so long, I knew the different reasons why about that situation. It was because of childhood trauma, but who never got the healing, you know, never got a chance. So I knew I had to help them. And I knew how hard it was stuck in this addiction, rejected by the world because of lack of knowledge. Because what I quickly learned is people tend to think mutu wa enjoy this life ya addiction kapa mutu wa rata kapa weekends, you know. And ha ona mutu a khotsofalang bophelo bo, it's very heavy ho ba ka addiction, you know. And I wanted them to also come out of it.
Jaanong ke eng se o batlang go se fitlhela ka organization e, ke eng kore se o batlang go se fitlhela se o lorang gore o ka se fitlhela ka organization e?
My aim for the home is Kibule a center where I would be able to help addiction. I want to open a 6 months program. To counseling, it will find skills development, it will to employment, it will to aftercare programs and support groups. Ba relapse, you know. And I really believe long-term programs they are too, because now I would usually go to 28-day programs, and I felt that time frame was not enough to handle a lifetime of trauma, you know. Yeah.
Nka botsa gore na o nagana government e thusa go lekane batho ba ile gore ba dirisa diritibatsi.
I think more can be done. And I feel they should make use of NPOs who are willing to assist, you know. Yeah, I feel there are not enough services, especially for those that can't afford. Yeah, hence my program is for those who are homeless and those who can't afford treatment, was medical aid.
Yeah, ya no go motho o re ditseng le go reletsa go ka tsenya letsogo mo organization ya gago kana o ka thusetsa ke eng se o ka tlhokang thuso ka sone ke eng se o tlhokang thuso ka sone?
At the moment, my biggest struggle is transportation and a building because I run community-based services. So I also have a page on Facebook where people reach out from. So to different communities, bringing these services, doing interventions, counselings, and bringing awareness to the communities. So transportation. So I would really appreciate any donations in terms of transport, a building. It would be easier for me if you know.
Jaanong go motho yo dirisang diritibatsi o re ditseng o rapelang le ena gore a ka ipona thule fa mafoko a gagwe ka nna a femogeng.
I just want to tell them they must not give up and that God does love them. And then I know mobile thing. I know how it feels to be hopeless. Mara, I want them to have hope about your story. Saka sena sauri. Motho wa gona o thole o lahlwe le lefatshe ba o rejectile ba bona ka re you are a lost cause. Wa gona o tswe ka hara seretse se ntate modimo wa gona a o ntshe ka hara seretse a o hlatswisise.
Yeah.
And there's hope for them and that we do recover.
Ba ikgolaganya le wena jang motho o tlhokang thuso gongwe batla go ka utlwa dikeletso a ka ikgolaganya le wena jang?
So I can be reached on 062 350 8730.
Okay, di boeletsa gape.
062 350 8730.
A se lositile go menagane e ka go tla go arolelana go arola story sa gago le rona ka kwano re le go menagane ke tshepa le gona ka dimela dilo tla tsamaya sentle o thuse batho ba iphitlhele ba tswile ba tshwana le wena ka tsatsi le le ke le bogile go menagane all right ra botse ke ena o se losine re bisana le ene ka kwano mo Motheo FM 88.5 MHz.